sorry about that. Let me get rid of this ad, and then I can change the overlay. Of course, we shall be calling him Light. Yes. So, TVZ for Light, that is excellent news for him, excellent news for Stars fans. Of course, TVZ is Light's specialty, I suppose. Great on the other hand, I think his EVT is fine. Although, looks like he's just 2-6 this season, not so good. His theme song apparently is also titled Moron, which I would not personally pick for my theme song, but, you know, to each his own, to each his own. I mean, Baby picked a Justin Bieber song, so, you know, that's whatever, man. It's fine. Oh, I forgot to update the score. That's correct. Thank you. It is 1-0 for Stars. So, here we go into game number 2 on Electric Circuit. And here we go. Wait, was that the cheer? Man, I just heard the crowd go like 1, 2, 3, but then they didn't actually cheer. That was... Wait, maybe I just like completely misheard or something. That was weird. Anyway, Light is going to be the orange Terran at the bottom right, and Great will be the teal Zerg in the bottom left. Oh, interesting point I forgot to mention in the last set, which is I believe that we are using updated maps today, since we are now in the first day of round 3. So presumably these have the changes. Let me actually quickly bring up the change list for the maps. There's most of the changes are quite minor, like changing the number of minerals and whatnot. But there's a few interesting ones. Like I think on this map there was some positional imbalance where it was like hard to wall in one of the locations. Yeah, it looks like apparently the 5 o'clock location, so where Light has spawned, it's like difficult to wall as a Protoss or something. Obviously that doesn't affect this matchup. And looks like the mineral only base now has 6 mineral patches instead of 5. And it looks like the little platform things, the obstacles in the middle of the map, were reduced in size. So the middle of the map is a little bit more open now. Interesting. So, looks like we have a wall in from Light. Presumably just going to 1-Rax expand behind that. And it's going to be a 12 hatch from Great with a drone scout. So, it's interesting. So the only thing that makes a difference, I think, on this matchup, well, the more open middle of the map might make a difference later on, but I mean, right now the main thing to note is the extra mineral patch in the back. Now, one important thing about that is that doesn't just mean like that the base has more minerals overall. Oh, interesting. Drone scout goes in the correct direction. The drone scout actually headed to the top left, but then the Overlord saw the wall in, so he sent the drone over to harass. But one thing. Okay, anyway, back to my point. The extra mineral patch, not only does it mean you have extra minerals in total, but your mining rate is also much faster. Is he actually going to get in like that? Wow, so sick. Great, great. That was an awesome move there. Wow, that was really cool. I would not have thought of that. That is quite cool. Man, sneaky drone. Anyway, what? Oh yeah, the mining rate. So the mining rate is also increased when you add an extra mineral patch there, which is why you often see maps with like Outsider or something where you have an extra mineral patch but it has like fewer minerals in the main. It's like a 500 value patch. Is he actually gonna get out too? So sick. Oh man, if I was Light right now, I'd be so angry. Oh man, I would be raging hardcore at that. That is, oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's a pretty sexy move. Anyway. Yeah. So, yep, as we can see, there are 6 patches there now. And I think that's going to benefit the Zerg. At least in the early game, because on this map, if you go for a standard 3-hatch build, you do just get you put your 3rd hatchery at the mineral only there. Usually that's just a macro hatchery, but in this case you get a free mineral only base. And the Terran can't take it, you didn't invest, like, it didn't cost you anything extra because you were going to make that hatchery anyway. So it's just like free minerals for you, for the Zerg, for a while, and the Terran obviously can't really do anything about that. Anyway, we do have a relatively quick factory here from Light. Is he just going to rush for vessels? Is he going to rush for Valkyries? I'm a little bit curious about what he's going to do here. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be 3-hatch Lurker coming out from Great. I think that's that is a good move on this map, and indeed it's going to be a starport. He could go for Valks, I guess. Valkyrie or Vessel, we shall see. If he goes Valkyrie, that'd be hilarious. That's not going to do anything against the Lurkers. And the reason 3-hatch Lurker is a pretty good idea on this map is because of that back door. The stacked temples at the back that can be broken down. I think we've seen GG Amo actually do it a couple of times on this map to great effect. And we do have the standard barracks being added on, of course. I'm going to go for bio plus something. Presumably this is actually just a fast vessel. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it's a fast... Damn it! Damn it, Light! Why? No! Fast vessel I think would make so much more sense. Alright, he's going to go for Fast Valkyrie, and that's going to be completely useless. But I think Fast Vessel will make so much more sense, because if you think about it, right, the way the minerals are laid out on this map doesn't really lend itself to Muta-Harass. Like, I don't think this map is particularly amazing for Muta-Harass, so you don't need to hard counter Mutas with Valkyries. And in fact, it's actually more likely, I mean, nowadays in the pro scene, it's very rare to actually see very fast Lurkers in this matchup. Like, 3-hatch Lurker is... Like, compared to the amount of times you see a 3-hatch Muta, 3-hatch Lurker is basically just, like, not ever used. Except on maps like this, with a backdoor, in which case it actually starts getting used, but still, Zergs do often favor the Mutalisks anyway. But, I don't know, this... Well, either way, let's just say Light took a bit of a risk here to go for the blind Valks, and it's not paying off. Yeah. It's not good. It's not good. So SNM's actually complaining about the pronunciation of GG Amo. Why say 2 G's and Amo? Because it's GG, man! It's GG! Amo. Also, I'm not gonna call him Gamo, because that sounds a little bit weird. What's up, Gamo? Yeah. Yeah, I can call him Good Gamo. Good Gamo. Good Gamo. I'll even say Good Gamo if you prefer. I think I call him that occasionally anyway. Good Gamo. Anyways, the first Valkyrie is out. Gonna do a bit of Overlord harass. And those lurkers that were borrowed, I hope those are stop lurkers. I love doing 3-hatch Lurker with stop lurkers in ZVT. I mean, granted, my ZVT is terrible, but it's always so cool. It's like, whenever it works, you're just like, oh, yeah, I'm the maestro. And whenever it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, because you just put them somewhere else and they're still good. So we have a drop going in here to the mineral only. Wait, why is he using the drones to fight that? That's a little bit risky. And Lings actually came from the top. I wonder if those were actually stuck there from the pathing, so they were just there on accident. But either way, this base is going to get taken down. Now, this is actually very interesting. So there's two issues here. I said earlier that the Zerg gets the mineral only for free, but as you can see, obviously, if he just put that in his main, this would not be happening to him right now. So, you know, that's one risk. And, oh, is he going to get it? Oh, man, he used like 5 skirts there and 2 Hydras to kill that. That's not very worth it. But the other thing is here, having gone for the lurkers, he doesn't have like a super fast response force to deal with drops like this. Like imagine if he went for mutas. If he went for mutas, he would have been able to clean this up easily. Just immediately pull back the mutas, use a couple of lanes, and then you're good to go. But as it stands, he just lost his mineral only there. Now he has taken the top left, it looks like. Yeah, he's already mining gas there. But that is an unfortunate blow for him. He did lose a few drones as well as that hatchery. So, looks like Light is content to chill in his base. I mean, he's done a good amount of damage already, so that's fine to be a bit passive for now. And I think he does want to wait for the first vessel before he can move out, otherwise he is in danger of getting stop lurkered to death. Oh, well, no. Having said that, is he going to go out now? Looks like a couple of Scourge right here getting ready to snipe the first vessel. And yeah, oh, it looks like the first vessel actually is out, so now he's going to be fine. And looks like, oh, running into a few lurkers here. Great really wants to snipe that vessel. As you can see, he's grouping it with some Zerglings, so the Marines will auto-target the Zerglings and the Scourge can go in, but it looks like he didn't quite pull it off that time. Messing up on the Scourge bomb, but that's alright. Light is now about 30 supply ahead, 84 to 54. And looks like siege mode on the way in that machine shop, but even the unsieged tanks will outrange the lurkers, so he can just keep pushing this back. And the hive for Great I think was finished here. Presumably his Defiler mount is on the way, but he's just going to have to buy enough time for the Defilers to get out and get consumed, and then he can use some Dark Swarm. But until that happens, he's going to be in a little bit of a scary situation here. He's just bleeding lurkers and lings right now while getting pushed back here. Is it going to be in time? The Defiler mount is up, but Consume must be on the way. I don't know what the progress of Consume is right now. That could decide the game here. He's still losing lurkers. Oh man, he's losing so many lurkers. Looks like there's a drop in the main simultaneously with a couple of fire bats as well, but going to be able to clean that up quite easily. Good reaction there. A little bit surprised Light didn't just pick those up again, but oh no, it looks like Light, having pulled all those units back away from the front, is actually just going to bust the front here. It looks like Dark Swarm is out barely in time at the last second. A random fire bat gets dropped in the main there, but does not live long enough to get some nice drone kills. And oh, it looks like Nidus at the front got destroyed or something like that. Either way, Light is just knocking on the front door right now, but these Defilers should be able to hold on, although he's got to make sure the Spider Mines don't go off. Those Spider Mines, can he drag them into some tanks or something? If he can drag those mines into tanks, that'd be awesome. But if he gets mined in at his own natural, that would just be horrendous. Anyway, looks like going to use some drones to help take down these last couple of Marines. And Light is actually just going to unsiege and pull back, which I think is a fine idea. He's basically just run out of units there at the front. But, well, I don't know. He didn't do too much damage there. He got a couple of drones at the end, but that was just like a barely holding that for Great. Anyway. Looks like dropship heading into top left as well. And a couple... Wait, what are those tanks doing? Oh, okay, this Marine's falling behind. I was going to say, did he just like send 2 random tanks up? Looks like there's no medic with this force, which is a little bit unfortunate. And, oh, the lurkers are going to be down in time, so those guys aren't going to do too much. Trying to be fancy controlling these 8 Marines. And look at those tanks just rolling in by themselves. The Marines are so far behind. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a lurker. Wow, not the best Scourge usage by Great so far. I mean, Great is just getting outclassed here. This is just... Ugh. It's kind of sad. I mean, you know, to be fair, Light outclasses most Zergs. Light's TVZ is just impeccable. But, oh, looks like I'm going to lose a couple of Marines here at the front. Great just going to hold on with these Defilers. But, oh my god, the Swarm is late! He loses 2 of the Lurkers immediately. Wow, that's a pretty big mistake. 1 Lurker is not actually enough to kill anything, even. Anyway, more units popping out from the Nidus, though. So, Great is just holding on to this base, and, I mean, so Light's got his mineral only up now at his back. I don't know if he's going to think about just expanding it yet again here while he's got map control. Looks like he is doing the mid-game mech switch. He's got 3 factories now. Only went up to 5 barracks actually in total. And it looks like these forces at the top left have been cleaned up. Oh, we're gonna have a bit of an eraser here, though. Oh man, why is Great not paying attention? Oh, he's just gonna kill it, so it doesn't matter. Huh. So... I mean, Light is kind of keeping position here. Even if he can't attack that top left main, if he's just by just denying this natural, he's being super annoying. Actually, just looking at the minimap, it looks like Great is actually taking that mineral only. I'm not sure if that's actually a hatchery or just a unit or an overlord or something, but it looks like he's taking that. But that's not going to be very helpful because he really wants the gas right now. He is strapped for gas. Needs the lurkers and defilers, and looks like a couple of vultures are going to try and run in. One vulture is actually going to get in, but there's a couple more units popping out, so that should be fine. It's actually going to just go over to the mineral only there and see that going down. Meanwhile, it looks like Great has been able to secure this top left natural, and you know, even though I said Light was outclassing Great, Great is doing a pretty decent job of holding on. I mean, he's kind of been off balance, like on the back foot for the whole game, but you know, he's holding on to his bases. He's going up to like 6 bases now, although it's just 4 gas bases. Light, meanwhile, taking the 6 o'clock, but you know, Great is not in a terrible position. He's about 30-something supply behind, so that's not too bad in TVZ. Zerg's usually behind a little bit. And there's the mass barracks float, signifying the complete transition into mech now. Light not going to make any more medic marine. I'm just going to go complete mech. Vultures, tanks, and Goliath's going to mine up everything. And this is going to be quite annoying for Great. Lurker, Ling, Defiler is not so good against Spider Mine. It's actually quite bad. The only real thing you can do is actually just do good Ling spreading and mine clearing with Lings. Oh, looks like a Vulture drop now in the main base, actually. The other Scourge is so stupid! Oh my god, Scourge! That Scourge got cold feet. Oh man, those 2 Scourge had a suicide pact, but that one, he got cold feet at the end. He couldn't follow through. Oh man, and now that dropship's gonna get away. Ugh. And now these vultures, oh man, these could actually do a lot of damage. Wait, where are the units? Why is he not sending anything to defend? Defend! Defend! Defend the drones, man! Defend the drones! Oh, dude, what are you doing? Great, great, defend the drones. Is he, wait, what? Well, he's not even paying attention. Okay, now he's gonna attack them. Oh, great. Great, defend yourself. 7 kills on those vultures, presumably all drones. Oh man, that did way more damage than it should have. It's still denying mining at the mineral only too. It's like the same dropship's gonna go now, try its luck in the top left. Nothing to defend that mineral only. Light showing mastery of really every aspect of TVZ so far. You know, good medic marine control in the beginning. Interesting use of the interesting Valkyrie rush, and even though it didn't quite pan out, he just transitioned back out into standard medic marine. And now he's doing some really nice vulture drops after having gone for the mix, which although it looks like he left his 6 o'clock base undefended, so a nice link counterattack by Great. Although, I mean, vultures are just so fast, he should be able to send a control group of vultures over there ASAP and get that all defended. It looks like it is going to deny mining though for a little while, and yes, there come the vultures. As I said, vultures just so fast. They are in fact the fastest unit in the game, even faster than Mutalisks, believe it or not, on the ground. Anyway. So, it looks like the side disruptor at the back is actually getting sieged down here. That's going to make the... Oh man, what's going on over there? A lot of mines being laid. Looks like those vultures still not being cleaned up. Man, Light is just going to harass Great to death here with these vultures and mines. Oh my god. Wow, that Ling was pretty baller. He just killed that mine before it exploded. Man, can you imagine if there's like the bomb squad, right? They have like, they do the wire cutting thing, and it's like, do I cut the red wire, do I cut the green wire? Could you imagine like the Zergling bomb squad? It's like, screw that, just like, kill all of the wires at once, and then the bomb just doesn't go off. It's like, so Zergling bomb squad, clearly the manliest of bomb squads. Like, no screwing around with colors and stuff. I don't even know if Zerglings like can see colors. Do they have like? Because Zerglings, they might be like sharks or something. They might just have like really poor sight, but they just like smell blood or something, and they just go towards blood or something like that. I don't know. But Zergling bomb squad, I think that would actually make like a cool show or a cool movie. You know, like the Hurt Locker thing? It'd be like that, but with Zerglings. I'm pretty sure you could get an Oscar for that. Anyway, looks like some vessels are going out here to the top left, while the main push goes into the main base of Great. Probably going to do some erasers, although nice scourging this time. Oh wow, very nice, getting both those vessels. And yep, this minute only is going to get taken down, but Great is actually doing some nice scourging now, although it's a little bit late. Oh man, and Ultras by the way, Ultras. I mean, we see so many Zergs going for Ultras against this. Like, is Ultras really the correct response to mass siege tank Spider Mine? I don't think so. I don't think so. You need to play like, you know, you need to do some Zero style mass Queens and Hydras or something like that. You know, that's cool, that works, but Ultra Lurker Ling is actually not that good. Mines are good against all of those. Siege tanks are pretty good against all of those. It's just not so good. So the one lurker harass, the lurker drop harass is actually quite good. Unfortunately for Great though, he's going to lose his entire main base, which is it's not as good as lurker drops. You know, I guess not many things are as good as lurker drops. Lurker drops, they win games, man. They win games. Like in Soul Key versus what's his face on Sniper Ridge. That was awesome. It's like lurker drop 2 bases at once and then that's it. GG. Anyway. So, looks like we have some mass ultras going in here. Taking out some lurker Ling. If you just look at the minimap, by the way, Light has like 2/3 of the map right now covered in orange. Great is trying to hold on here, but he's gonna die shortly. He's down like 100 supply. He's getting attacked at all his bases. This is some sick multitasking from Light, by the way. He's just attacking everywhere. And all the Lings die before the Defiler even gets there. It lays down a last Dark Swarm. In its death throes, it spat out some Dark Swarm, whatever that's made out of. It's like, wait, what is Dark Swarm is made out of like insects and stuff, right? Because whenever I see Dark Swarm, I always imagine, like, you know, in the first Mummy movie, or I guess he does it in all the Mummy movies, but like in the first Mummy movie specifically, like the first time the Mummy like goes into the town, and then he just like burps out this swarm of bugs or something, and it just like starts eating everybody in the town. I always imagine that's what Dark Swarm looks like, but I'm not actually sure what it's composed of. I don't know. Somebody should run a chemical analysis on Dark Swarm or something. Anyway, there's the Stars team looking surprisingly bored. That was Zero in the middle, just totally chill. She's like, yeah, Light got this. I don't even need to play today. So, nice little 2 Ultraless counterattack here at the 6 o'clock. Is he going to drop something at the 3 as well? I gotta say, Great has been doing a good job. You know, even though he's being attacked on all these fronts, he's counterattacking on like a million fronts as well. Look at that! He just like dropped an Ultralisk at the 3 and he's just killed all the SCVs at the 6 o'clock. I don't know what Light is looking at right now, but Light is actually losing all of his SCVs. Now, he's up still like 100 supplies, so it doesn't actually matter. But this is actually really interesting, and it looks like doing another eraser here at the top left. One of the vessels goes down, and look at this Ultralisk harass! He's dropping 1 Ultralisk at every base. Like, what the heck? This is... Ladies and gentlemen, this is like the way of the future, you know? Some people, they do crackling harass, some people do lurker drops. That's incredibly chobo. The way of the future is the Ultralisk drop on minerals. But GG from Great, and Light takes set number 2, putting Stars up 2-0 over Air Force Ace. Ace, looking in a bit of trouble now.
네, 물론 상대가 이재호니까 이재호가 아니었다면 충분히 뭐 어떻게 했을 수 있겠습니다만 이재호 정확한 타이밍에 견제 그리고 오늘 막 그냥 과감하게 그냥 뭐라고 버스터 모드로 오히려 이재호가 전환하면서 오늘 김유진이나 이재호나 전부 그냥 전형태를 따라하는 것 같아요. 아주 그냥 신나는 공격이었어요.